Can I speak on that?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I interject? Because I am one who has been enlightened enough to understand that I was wrong in the way that I thought. I've been invested since 2001 when I turned 21 and it was legal for me to start investing in my generations and future. Um, I didn't believe in it. I didn't understand it. No, like, what is cryptocurrency? Now I'm speaking from a ignorant space now. What is cryptocurrency? This is fake internet money that somebody gonna pull the carpet out of, and then every real green dollar that I put in it ain't gonna be worth a penny after somebody big pull the carpet out of. But I wasn't educated from somebody who could speak to me like I'm in this room. Y'all speak with so much freedom, man. I was just telling Cash in the Oracle last night. I revere, and I mean, not to make me menial, I'm kind of jealous of their freedom as Black people, not as people. I'm kind of jealous of their freedom as Black people because I knew them when they was working, when they were giving their life up for a country that they don't even live in no more.
Mm.
That's freedom. You moved out of the country that you gave your life up for.
Yeah.
And you moved out of it and you're thriving now. So I kind of, it's not envy at all. I'm not green, but it's just that little phallic emotion that we pay attention to as humans. I'm kind of jealous of their freedom. It's fake emotion, but they about to educate me so I can come up out of that.
But you got to understand, I know you guys, when I'm on here, you think that I'm only about Bitcoin, but I feel a certain way about Bitcoin because it gave us that freedom that you're speaking about. Right. So I have I have an affinity to Bitcoin because it did that for me.
But the thing about what you're speaking on is the same thing to get people, Black people, our people trapped in church. Mm-hmm. You cannot tell a man his experience. You cannot deny a man his own experience in a certain area. And for lack of a better term, y'all experience Cash in the Oracle. And the freedom that y'all gain from taking this venture, because you don't gain unless you take chances. You don't build and move along in this life unless you take chances. And somebody, oh, go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say, because a lot of people, it seems like the Bitcoin journey was easy, but it's been volatile. We've been here since, I don't know, 100, 200 bucks. And like I said, when it went to 20 and it crashed to 3,
we died.
That hurt me, man.
I know you did.
Me and Bless died. Hold on. Me and Bless died when it
did.
went up to. Me and Bless died when it went to 68,000. Okay, we was sitting there at what 38. It jumped up to 68,000 and dropped back down to 50. I'm like, oh, Bless called me up like 6 in the morning, like, you know how you and your man had y'all meeting. Yeah. Well, his meeting is, yo, nigga, did you see this shit? Did you see Bitcoin? and my response to him is this. Yo, what would Cash say? Cash would say, buy more.
Hey,
nigga, buy more.
This is why I'm talking about that freedom that we don't see amongst Black people in America. Seriously. Because let me be honest with y'all. Safe space, don't judge me. When GameStop, when they did that bullshit about GameStop and Reddit, I didn't sell my shares. And when it bounced back, I was laughing.
Mm-hmm. Time in hand.
It's still bouncing back. GameStop is still building. But when they tried to pull the carpet out of it from that Reddit situation a couple months ago, they pulled the carpet, it dropped. I didn't sell. I bought more.
I know.
And that was bouncing back.
Oracle, you got something to say, and I just want to speak on what K-Mez said, just because if nothing else, I hope y'all see the passion behind what my man is saying. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? He even said it like, yo, I was speaking from an ignorant space. I said the exact same thing. You want me to take real money and buy fake money. I don't get it.
Who does that?
The real money ain't real.
Exactly.
Real money ain't real.
Once you realize the real money ain't real, it's just a representation of said money, right?
A green dollar is an idea.
It's an idea, right? Because the idea of the note is that you couldn't carry your gold with you. So you had the legal tender to represent your gold when you went places.
Then you had to pay a reserve to hold your gold.
All right, this is why old boy got the president got killed now. Y'all getting eerily close.
And they cut it. Hey, King Bless, they done cut us off before, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Kennedy, was that Kennedy? Was it Kennedy? He was
Uh-huh.
trying to get us back on the go. They,
Look
we
at
trying to do
Tish.
what, son?
Hey, can I
Tish
call?
down there getting nervous. Tish down there
Hey,
getting nervous.
I'm about to get in dangerous area. Hey, we gotta move and we gotta stand against secret societies and institutions.
Hey, one thing I didn't want to skip over. The Simon said that you said it was a lot of ups and downs before you all holding going from $20 to $3. Like, I really want to press upon that because same with us. Like, everybody's looking like, oh, this is like, I'm like, no, we got to aggressive start and then 2018, 2019 bear market, companies laying off people, same deal. But even further, I mean, it just goes when people say when they first look at Bitcoin, first look at crypto, they always say, I first hear about this, I first hear about it. The one thing that no one really does, which is okay by us because that's why we're doing our show and that's why we're putting out our masterclass to make it super easy, but no one reads. And at the end of the day, I'm sure they can attest to this. Like, you are like, when you hear about Bitcoin, it should literally be at least that first weekend should be 3 days of nonstop reading. And then the next 2 years after that, nonstop reading. Because that is literally only place until 2017, that was the only place you were going to find the real information about what was going on in the market is by just straight up reading nonstop. So I just want to push down that too.
I'm glad you made that point because that's kind of where I was going. So, like my man was saying, like there's so many of us, like we got cats that don't trust banks. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, I'm keeping my cash. I'm gonna cash my check and hold that shit. You feel me? Like, yo, we're this is what we're dealing with. You feel me? Like you said, nobody reads. You feel me? And the people that need this, that can then experience that freedom that he was talking about, that K-Meds was talking about, you know what I'm saying, with the Oracle and Cash, like, yo, these are the cats that need that. And how do we get it to them when, this is the situation we're in? Like, if that makes any sense.
Man, can I enter?
Please.
Okay. Because this is a intellectual platform, unlike yesterday. So I'm gonna raise my hand when I want to speak
Shout
and
out
be
to No
called
Man
on.
Hey, don't say
Shout
that.
out,
It
shout
was
out.
intellectual.
Shout out. Oh,
Just
no.
Oh.
That show was very intellectual because I had to confess, and I told you I was putting my place on some education. So that show was very intellectual.
Oh, you talking about
But
yesterday?
This whole platform is intellectual.
Yes.
So for me, in saying that, yeah, I need this information, y'all. Like, I'm ignorant. I'm gonna tell you why I'm ignorant. Because I go to an investment manager. He tells me how my portfolio is diversified, even though I understand it, even though I understand everything you're telling me, my gains, my losses, my dividends, my earnings. I understand all the terminology, but he's not giving me the information to be wealthy to where I don't have to go punch a clock.
And keep going to him. You got to keep going to him.
And I got to keep going to him, and I got to pay him every time I get paid.
Yeah. Oracle, you got something to say?
One of the things that I want to really kind of touch on is, I'm going to piggyback off of your point, K-Med, is the experience that goes along, the reason why there's a sense of urgency in understanding what you're actually getting involved in, right? When you got the young 22-year-old white dude, right, who's got Bitcoin, he's got Ethereum, he's got SafeMoon and all of these other different things. He's driving around his Lambo.
SafeMoon.
SafeMoon, right? He didn't necessarily
get educated. Educate yourself.
I meant to say SafeMoon. He didn't necessarily have the struggle.
Right.
Working 2 jobs, you go from one job to the next one, or you are
working with a trust.
Right. You're heavily disrespected on your job, right? You are answering to leadership of a person who is not fit to lead you, right? One of the things that Cash has really imparted on me with not just Bitcoin, but, we have a very diversified portfolio, but just the idea that being your own bank allows you to pull out of the systems, right? Because that's all the US is. It's a myriad of systems that just grind you up like a meat grinder. The financial system, the education system, healthcare system.
The isms. I call them the isms.
The isms.
The isms, baby.
Yeah, you know,
You
we
hit
talked
that
about
on the
that
head.
before with the Neely Fuller Jr. He
Mhm.
labels it the 9 areas of activity that's dominated.
Mhm.
And so I identified 4 areas that are dominated that affected our family, which is education, healthcare, criminal justice, and financial.
Right.
So we pulled out the first. The hardest one to pull out of is the financial one.
System.
Like,
Mhm.
you know, that's the hard, and Bitcoin gave that. And so now that was the freedom right there. Like, oh, boom, we out of the 4 areas of activity that were dominating us, and it gave us that freedom.
The other area is it's a store of value, but understand that store of value also gave us our time back, right?
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Now, if I want to be a ninja, I can be a ninja. You
Let
know
them
what
know.
I'm saying?
Hey, they don't understand. Let them know. they were like, how you done the
if I
show
wanna be
for
the
so many
samurai,
years straight?
I got the time to do it, right? We're here. It's allowed us to be, like we say, we're a small venture capitalist firm who like to help Black businesses get started because of the overflow. That it just allows you to pull away from the things that keep you immersed there and enmeshed there and just grind you up like a meat grinder. I was able to walk away from my job this year because of the huge Bitcoin portfolio as well as the Ethereum portfolio that I didn't know about.
Come on, yo.
Hey,
Can I interject real quick?
Can I
interject real quick?
Gotta clap.
Hey, for lack of a better term, hey, King Cash, you that nigga. Because your better half, and the thing, you her better half too. Your better half that you refer to just told us she got to walk off of her job. That is kingly freedom. That is that is kingdom freedom.
Right.
There's a kingdom that is prepared for you to come into, to have the strength and courage and the fortitude to say, I ain't working for you no more. I work for my husband.
Let me ask this, because, you know, I gotta, you know, we know y'all family, but we gotta ask the questions. Do y'all use a traditional bank? And if you don't, give the audience, because, you know, we get new people listening every week. Give them an outlet to a non-traditional system they can use.
Can I speak first as the financially unsettled, uneducated brother in this room?
You gonna speak for them?
No, I'm gonna speak for me on the lowest term.
Right. No, I'm asking them, do they use one?
Yes, we have to, because unfortunately we do have to take the profits and stuff, run it through the bank. We're here in Mexico, right? We're not in the US. There's no Coinbase ATM, right? There's no Bitcoin ATM for us to utilize. So yes.
By default.
We're still using a traditional
Hey, they
bank.
got money in the walls. Don't listen to it. They got money in the walls, yeah.
Tell out there, dog.
But you know, when you use these exchanges, you still have to have a traditional bank to fund it. Right?
To fund it, to move it, to exchange the currency and move it. True that. Yeah. Man, I just revere y'all freedom. Everybody in this room is standing so tall in, for lack of a better term, because this is an American coin term, the Black Kingdom. And it's not black, but we are, y'all so free, man. God dog, y'all so free.